Hi there, Chris here. Somebody sent me an email and asked me the other day, what is a inexpensive beginner distillator lock? And I said the brand names change an awful lot. They come from a lot of them come from the same factory. They just put a different name on them. But these seem to be consistent. You can get these consistently on Amazon. If you get a big one like this, closed shackle, it's going to be, about 15 bucks or under. And the smaller ones are cheaper. So we're just going to use this. I know you can find these. That's why we're going to use that. And they're a little bit better than the really cheap ones. So we got our lock. What do we need to pick? Well, you need a Sparrow's picking tool, and you probably want to have a spacer. So also you need a turner. You can have a custom turner like what was made for me, or you can just use one of these tension wrenches and turn it. And you just have to make sure if it's not quite the right size, just to make sure that get everybody lined up in the clockwise position. And you can look down there and see that we got that happening. So, spacers. You're going to want some spacers because it's just easier. It just gives you a nice stable platform to pick off of. And you can print yourself up a bunch of these if you have a 3D printer. These are the ones this would be a good set, 2.3 millimeter all the way to 4.4. I find I use the 3.3 millimeter the most, but you can do the same thing cutting pieces off of a big pin. I pick locks with this, and you just get the correct width on it. I mean, this one falls in just about the same as that. So they work just as well. Or, about 90% as well. This is a little nicer because it's a bigger platform. So the first thing you want to do is take whatever turner you have, turn it off to the clockwise position, figure out what spacer works. And how do you know that? Well, I do it by trial and error. I stick the pick in, I rotate it until I can turn, and then I get the picking. So I look at the key, and we're tensioning off the first disc, and we're gonna start picking and turning on the second disc. So what I'm gonna do here is turn this down and see if I get a click. I got a nice little click there, and I got some free movement. So I'm thinking this one is probably, we don't have to counter rotate, but you can check that again. We'll go through, find the last disc, find it, turn it all the way to the clockwise position. It actually has a lot of play in the clockwise, so we're going to leave it there. So we're going to go to the next disc, which is right there. Go on top of it, turn it down. I got a nice little click. We'll see if that's really good. Turn all the way back, try it again. Making sure that it is the correct disc. Yeah, it is number 3. So we'll turn it down. Got a nice click. Go to the next disc. I'll turn it down, see what we get. Slipped off, I think. Nice click. Not sure we're in the gate. I'm sorry, well, there's only one gate. In these, they don't have false gates. We'll turn it back. There we go. We got a nice click. We might be in the gate there. Try this guy. Not feeling good. We're going to turn it back. I turned it back and I felt a little movement on the core, so that's good. We're on the right track. Next disc, come down. Binding. Nice click. One more. I think that is a zero disc. How do you tell a zero disc? A zero disc on these is gritty all the way through. Gritty, 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 gritty. It just jerks through little tiny grits. And when you put it back, you feel a little bit of turn on the core. All right, we're going to go back to the beginning here, see what's happening here. We're going to try this one, turn it down. And it just needed a little turning, and we're in. So these are a good place to start. Now, let's see. Set this up again. If the last disc, the one we're tensioning on, is not a zero cut, then the tension puts it in a zero cut. But to set the last disc after you get everybody else that feels good, go to the front, or in this case, front or back, but go to this part, which is, is a zero cut. Jump on that disc, turn it all the way clockwise, and counter rotate. And what we're doing is that last disc that we're tensioning on, we're setting that. And you'll feel a little click. It'll go click, and then you'll be able to come through and open the lock. So there you go. Hopefully that's helpful. Like I say, you don't need custom turners and you don't need 3D printed little guys, but it is helpful to have either the 3D guys or a little piece of Bic pen. And you can take your Bic pen and you can make them up just about like this, and you'll be in business. All right, I hope that's helpful to some. We will see you next time.